Reporter asks Sarah if Huma is going to jail. Her reply sends chills down Abedin's spine. On Tuesday, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders held the first press briefing of 2018. During the briefing, a liberal reporter asked President Donald Trump's spokeswoman if Hillary Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin, would be going to jail anytime soon. Sarah's reply likely sent chills down Abedin's spine. After ringing in the new year at his luxury Mar-a-Lago estate in West Palm Beach, Florida, President Donald Trump wasted no time in returning to Twitter to drop truth bombs on some of his political enemies. On the receiving end of his wrath on Tuesday was Huma Abedin. Crooked Hillary Clinton's top aide, Huma Abedin, has been accused of disregarding basic security protocols. She put classified passwords into the hands of foreign agents. Remember sailors' pictures on the submarine? Jail. Trump tweeted early on Tuesday. Deep State Justice Department must finally act. Also on Comey and others. Trump was referring to U.S. Navy sailor Christian Saucier, who was put in prison for taking unauthorized photos inside a nuclear submarine. He seemed to suggest a double standard is at play, compared with the lack of punishment for Clinton and her aides. The president's tweet comes after the State Department, in a Friday news dump, released a batch of emails from Abedin's account that were discovered by the FBI on a laptop belonging to her estranged husband, Anthony Weiner. At least 4 of the documents were marked classified. Source: Fox News. During Tuesday's press briefing at the White House, Trump's tweet was a main topic of discussion, as liberal reporters rushed to trash his judgment in a futile attempt to make Abedin look innocent and distract from the real issue at hand. White House reporter Matthew Nussbaum was among the members of the media who took aim at Trump, asking Sanders, "Is the president requesting that the Department of Justice investigate Huma Abedin? And, how did he reach this conclusion that she should be in jail, given that she hasn't been indicted or convicted of any crime?" Nussbaum was insinuating that just because Huma Abedin has not yet been indicted, that she never did anything wrong. Of course, that logic is horribly flawed. Millions of crimes are committed each year which are never prosecuted. We may have the greatest Justice Department in the world, but there is simply no way to accurately police the actions of every single citizen. However, that's not to say that any of us are above the law, no matter how high profile we may be, especially with Donald Trump as president. Thankfully, Sanders was quick to put Nussbaum in his place. Obviously, the facts of that case are very disturbing, and I think the president wants to make clear that he doesn't feel like anyone should be above the law, she said. In terms of any investigation, that would be something that the Department of Justice would need to decide, and I would refer you to them on whether or not they move forward, Sanders added. If you recall, the single greatest moment of all the 2016 presidential debates was when Donald Trump told Hillary Clinton that he planned to instruct his attorney general to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate her crimes. "It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country," Clinton said on the debate stage. Trump replied with what is perhaps the most epic comeback of all time, saying, "Because you'd be in jail." Well, Hillary isn't in jail just yet, but one of her closest associates may be headed there soon. Look out, Huma. Trump's coming for ya. Hopefully, she's the first of many.